Alright, panning back over to here. Now this is where I keep the majority of my stamp sets. And these are Stampin' Up! Stamps for the most part, but not completely. And what I do is I organize them in categories. So this first bin has friend and baby. And this bin has like teenager type stamps. And this one has thinking of you and thank you. And this one has happy birthday. And this one has like flourishes and background, sort of smaller stamps and journaling spots and things like that. This has my bigger backgrounds. This one has flowers. Whoops, sorry, that's not going to work because it's not a picture. Sorry about that. That's all flowers in there. As you can see, I probably need to go through that so I can put some new ones in there. This one is images that are kind of like with nature or whatever. Like I have a set here, it's clocks and some vintage images, that kind of thing. Over here, these are all my sentiments that didn't fit into like the birthday category necessarily or whatever. So that's all different sentiments. These are outdoors, nature type, like camping or seashores, beach ones. This is love and wedding and Valentine's. And so that's there. Now up on top of here, this is a disaster, but I'm going to show you. This is where I keep my class projects. So anything that is currently a class or upcoming for a class or fairly recent in the past class is up here. And stamp sets that I haven't even put together yet and put away are up here. But when I get around to it, this little display shelf here, but again it needs some work. And then moving over here, this is just one of those plastic drawer cabinets. I have all kinds of goodies in here. I have like new cutter blades, and there's some cake charms, and some tassels, some buttons, some fibers, more embellishments. I would say pop can lids, but I rarely use them. And some eyelets, paper clips, binder clips, little metal rim tags, which I actually get at Staples. I think they're cheaper than scrapbooking ones. In here, I got a bunch of butterfly embellishments, snowman. I got these really cool hitch fasteners to do a mini with, and haven't used them yet. Like that will open the other part it connects into over here. Some tape, fibers, more fibers. This one has a lot of embellishments in here. I just got some cool bling from the dollar store today. I have all these little things, and they're filled with my charms and eyelets and brads and keys and all kinds of charms and clips and clothespins and charms and paper clips and buttons and pins. And then there's some chipboard stuff in here, some letters. But anyway, needs some work for sure. And that's that drawer. Then in here, this is my Prima drawer, flower drawer. There's actual Primas in here, but then there's dollar store Primas. And the Stamen. These are from the dollar store. There's paper flowers I got the other day. That drawer is packed full. I'd like to be able to have those out in the open so I could see them better. This is foam and rubber stamp stuff and punches I never use. Up here, I have this big cabinet here. And I got this from a friend in a yard sale, and it's great. Down here in this drawer, I have all different kinds of envelopes. I have card envelopes, tags of different sizes, little paper baggies, that kind of thing in there. This one's empty. This shelf I have a bunch of dollar store bling, paper piercing toolkits and charms. This is all stuff that really needs to be gone through and probably gotten rid of for the most part. Up here is where I keep my bind it all and all my coils in various sizes. And on top, I like to display some of my older stuff for inspiration. People like to look at it when they come visit. I just redid this area. This is where I keep all my Sizzix dies, my Nestabilities, my Cuttlebug dies, and all that. And under there's some more, and the mats. And when I did that, I ended up not having enough room to put that back in. But that's all my embossing folders from Cuttlebug, so I gotta find a place for that. And there's all my Stampin' Up! Sizzix big extra large dies. Those are page protectors with older book projects that I did for classes in them in case somebody wants a kit for one. And in behind is just some literature. This is a TV, and this is where I do all my Cuttlebug work on this desk. And my kids like to watch cartoons there. The binder back there, this has most, I don't have it all finished yet, but it has there's all the Sizzix heart shapes I have. And so I have them in a binder just so, they're easy to see what I have. And I'm in the process of labeling too, so I know which die. I like to use the plastic for die cutting as well, so there's all my cases for all my Sizzix dies. Back in behind here I have a table for when I have a class here. It's one of those folding tables. I was hoping it would fit under this desk over here, but it's too high. And there's my son's toys. And in this desk I have a few things, but again, it's mostly stuff I don't really use. Sometimes I use, but for the most part I don't use it. And so, ladies, that's my before of my scrap room. But that's my main area right there. That's where I do my work for the most part. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.